Hello, world, and welcome to the Glen Show. On the Glen Show, we focus on the whole person because true health is way more than just metabolism and size. And you have to take into account all aspects of who you are in order to achieve true health and total health. And my life's work is about health, not only as an author, social worker, massage therapist, speaker, coach, and humanitarian. My life's work is about health because I believe that healthy people are more available to give and receive love, and do not intentionally harm self or others. So just imagine, just take a second and imagine if everyone were at their highest level physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and that level is different for each person, but if each person met their optimum on those areas, then there would be less manipulation, less coercion, and yes, less violence in our world. So I hope you join me on this path so we can all live as highly as we can. This special episode of the Glen Show is a collage of video clips that include tips and information to help you achieve total health. Living in Total Health is available in ebook form on smashwords.com and in hardcover on Amazon and livingintotalhealth.com. Order yours today. Again, and I want to leave you with this thought. I saw a quote that said, healthy is different on everybody, and that is absolutely true. So please stop looking at the model or the athlete, the typical athlete, and comparing yourself to that. Your level of health will be different than mine or Stan's or even Ray's. So there might be an athlete that looks overweight, but she could probably outrun all of us. And there could be a beautiful runway model housing cancer. So you can't just compare yourself to other people. You have to figure out your way and what works for you. So I invite you to start living in total health and order your copy of the book, livingintotalhealth.com. A few years ago, I went through the darkest period of my life, and I ate and drank whatever I wanted to. And so by the graces of God or the universe, whatever you want to call it, some good friends helped pull me out of that. And so my first choice in deciding to take that path back toward health was to get physically healthy. Now, while total health is about the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, we have to start somewhere.
Yes.
You can't take it all on at one time, so you start somewhere. And I decided to start with a cleanse because I felt bad physically. I couldn't sleep. I had no energy. I was mentally lethargic. So I said, let me do this physical cleanse, and that was the impetus to get me back to health. There was a long road after that. It was a kickstart, though. Was it that for you?
It was. It's always starting off. In anything you do, whether you're a poet, whether you're a songwriter, whether you're a DJ, what is the first song I want to play at the club tonight? What is I don't want to start the first word. What is the first line I'm going to use when I write my book? It's always how to get started. And then the second thing is to stay motivated and stay, true to it, to actually stay true to what you're doing.
Safety. You got to be safe, and you need to know what steps to take to be safe. So one of the things that's really important to me in massage for the client to be safe is to disrobe to your level of comfort.
Absolutely.
Some massage therapists will insist you take everything off. Some clients are not comfortable with that, so I will tell them to disrobe to their level of comfort. And here in Nevada, we have a big issue with prostitution disguised as legitimate massage. And in reflexology, I'll just go ahead and say it, in some of these places, they'll require the client to take everything off to do reflexology on the feet and the hands. You don't need to take everything off. Just your gloves and your socks.
But if they do ask you to disrobe, it's a no-no and get out of there fast.
Yes.
Seriously.
Absolutely. It's totally okay to say no. So you need to set that boundary and be comfortable doing it. And if you're uncomfortable at any time, you can terminate the massage. And so let me leave the audience with a closing thought. A lot of what we discussed today, Dr. Vicki and I, is about emotional intelligence, how well you manage your emotions and the decisions you make out of those emotional experiences to either be positive, productive, or constructive, and not destructive or harmful. And as Deepak Chopra said, if you try to get rid of fear and anger without knowing their meaning, then they will grow stronger in return. So again, learning how to manage your emotions is so important, because emotional intelligence is about navigating life's ups and downs in such a way that you can still successfully experience love and joy even through the hard times. So please listen to what we're saying and seek assistance if you need to. You can reach out to Dr. Vicki. You can start with Living in Total Health just to give you a foundation of information. Because as Alan Cohen said, I love this, use pain as a stepping stone, not a campground. Your emotions are for you to use to move forward, not to stay stuck. So with that said, I hope you reach out to Dr. Vicki, get Living in Total Health, or talk to someone who can help you. Now, let me leave you with this thought. While the definition of health usually conjures up the super muscular or the supermodel, those images are not indicative of true health. True health, again, is about the whole person, the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, and it's kind of a day-to-day balancing act that we have to focus more on one some days, more on two the other days, but overall is how we manage those different realms of who we are instead of just focusing on food and physique. That's a major imbalance that will lead to problems down the line. So you have to account for your whole self. So I encourage you to focus your health practices on the results of mental and emotional peace, on the results of healthy, loving relationships, on the results of being able to touch your toes and not be out of breath or fall over because you lose balance. So think a little bit out of the box when you think about health. It's not about appearance. Appearance is superficial, and it's a faulty measure. So please center your health practices on those intangibles, inner peace, relationships, clear thinking, positive choices, adequate boundaries, and laughter. Hello world, and welcome back to the Glen Alex Show. I am here with family attorney Shawana Johnson, and we are focusing on relationships because they are important to overall health. My introduction into health, for those of you who know me, my life's work is about health, in social work, in massage, in writing the book, and running a foundation. It's all health-centered. However, my introduction into health issues started with relationships. I remember as a little girl, at family functions and social events, I would watch how people interacted with each other, and you can see when someone went too far with a comment and the pained look on the other person's face, and just the fighting and the arguing and the bantering. I cannot stand bantering in relationships. Anyway, that was my introduction into health, and then it just bled into the other areas of health from there. So that's why, one of the reasons why we're focused on relationships in this segment and in this issue. And the other reason is because it is Domestic Violence Month. And unfortunately, people get physical and hurt other people. Well, I worked in another state in domestic violence as a social worker. I worked actually both sides of the aisle. I worked with the batterers and with the women that they abused. And I have to tell you, it was very eye-opening and a valuable experience. So it gave me a lot of psychological insight into the dynamics of that relationship. I won't go into any details here. What struck me, though, the most is everybody focuses on why the woman won't leave. Right. If it's so bad, why won't she leave? Right. Let's flip that coin. Let's flip the script a little bit. If it's that bad, why won't he leave?
That is a great.
If you have to beat someone to make dinner exactly the way you want it, or exactly the moment you want it, or to have sex whenever you want it, why stay? So let me leave you with this thought. As Dr. Devin said, procrastination is the thief of health. Don't let procrastination, waiting, dragging things out make you sick or make you sicker. So please engage, get assessed, get treatment if necessary. Do something today.
I actually was able to get a copy of your book, and I couldn't put it down.
I do want to leave you with this one thought, though. Eleanor Roosevelt said, one's philosophy is not best expressed in words. It is expressed in the choices one makes. So I am here to implore you to make the choice to be healthy. Your choices don't matter. They are absolutely meaningless if you don't put the action behind them. If you don't put affirmative action, proactive action behind your choices, then you're actually making a different choice. So if you say you want to be healthy, yet you eat French fries every day, you know that's not good. If you say you want to start being on time so the people in your life are more respectful of you, yet you allow yourself to remain distracted and you're always late, then that's an issue as well. So as Eleanor said, the choices you make really define who you are, not what you say. And I personally pay more attention to people's behavior than their words. So put action behind your choices and you will start to meet the goals that you want. What Aaron shared with us was very powerful, and I hope you and the audience get inspired by his story to take action and do what is the best for you. He was very choiceful and very conscious of those choices, which is also a facet of total health. You have to make conscious choices and not be led blindly by impulse or old stuff or stuff that you fear. You have to be in the moment and make the best decision available to you at that time to have the best outcome. Aaron did that, and it's very impressive. I decided a few years ago to really not do resolutions because I try to live day to day. I try to be the best person I can be from day to day, moment to moment, and not have this artificial idea of who I should be at a given time. With that, however, just this week, I've had 3 situations where there were boundary issues. Had specific agreements with 3 different individuals, personally and in business, and there have been violations. We've had very clear, specific agreements. Some were in writing, some were verbal, and they've all been violated in this short period of time. So that is a call to me. You asked me earlier, what am I attracting? So I need to take a look at what is going on in my world that is allowing this to happen or drawing it to me. So firming up my boundaries, it will be on my radar for this year.
Okay, so now for people listening, you seem to be a very assertive person. I know you to be a very assertive person. And in fact, one of the things that I've complimented you on before is being very clear in setting boundaries and communicating with people in a way that maintains your composure and maintains your reputation, your dignity, all of that. I've been super impressed with that. So I'm surprised that you have that issue. And I did ask him, like, what areas do you have an stress in? Personal, family, business? And you said
all
yes.
of
And I'm
them.
like, okay, then that's you. There's something happening
there's
with you.
something here.
Because I think most people listening would say that, okay, she's articulate and an assertive, positive personality. So speaking verbally, there probably isn't a lot of gray area. And you just said one of the boundaries that was written was in writing. So it's kind of, I tend to usually give people the benefit of the doubt when they roll over with me with their truck the first time. I'm like, no, it's okay. I know it was in an accident. You've got insurance. It's fine. When they back that truck up and roll over me again, I'm like, okay, that was intentional. Done.
Yes.
So how do you set a boundary when you have, for example, set a boundary in writing?
Well, the first thing is it's after setting the boundary, then you have to reinforce the boundary. You can reinforce the boundary verbally with follow-up, or you can do it tangibly.
Okay.
So if someone is calling you late at night, you've asked them not to do that. You pick up the phone and say, I'm on my way to bed, don't call me. Then the next step for me would to be, don't answer the phone.
Gotcha.
And then the step after that would be to block their number
Gotcha.
if they continue to disrespect my request. In these cases, yeah, I'm pretty assertive, I'm pretty clear, yet some people still think there's a loophole where they can make unilateral decisions that affect my resources, financial, time and energy, and be okay with that, and when I'm not. So I can be pretty firm. I had a sister describe my anger as venom. So I'm working on I know I needed to work on the balance between holding people accountable
Right.
and not being a bitch about it.
Right. Or maybe closing off, repairing or leaving some room for maybe them to repair
Yes.
an error.
Yes.
Maybe opening up a dialogue or a conversation to find out what your part was in it. What gave you the impression that what we had written in this agreement would be okay to now do B instead of A.
Yes.
So maybe being open to see what your part was in it. Because sometimes it's really easy where I'm like, okay, I told you not to call. I picked up the phone. I said, don't call, but you picked up the phone, and then you stop picking up the phone. Sometimes it's not that cut and dry. So I would think that it would probably it for me when I see someone does something wrong to me, what I consider wrong. I usually tend to internalize and think, okay, now how could I have done that better? Sometimes that's gotten me in trouble in the past, and you know that.
Yes.
That I've, let me fix you. I'm super
Yes.
smart. I'm
Yes.
brilliant. I can make
Yes.
this work.
Well, there's a difference between giving people the benefit of the doubt and letting them off the hook.
Okay.
I am very purposeful about not letting people off the hook. This is what we agreed to. These are the consequences. And if anything changes for you, then let's have a conversation about that. The difference between having a conversation and making adjustments in the agreement and then walking off, making a decision for me, that's the issue that I have. So that is something that I need to look at, and you're right, there's something that's I'm attracting because it's happened in such a short period of time in
Right.
different areas of my life. What I think is important for the audience to get from this, though, is that in your New Year's resolutions and any goals you have in life about fitness or education or career, then boundaries are going to be critical in you being able to do that. Because when you introduce something new into your circle, your family, your work relationships, there will be some pushback because people are uncomfortable with change, and they will impose that discomfort on you. So even family, even spouses, they will, under the radar, work to keep you the same because that's where their comfort zone is.
Yeah.
So with appropriate boundaries and reinforcement of those boundaries, then you can have a healthier, happier life. It's not going to be easy. Don't get me wrong. Saying no is not the easiest thing all the time, or even sometimes. However, it is the necessary thing if you want to take that next step and be the healthiest you can be in the different areas.
We are Allergy Care Centers located right in the heart of the medical district at 400 Shadow Lane, Suite 202. Here, our provider will do a quick evaluation of your allergy history. He'll perform a simple, non-invasive finger prick blood test. When your lab results come back, he'll go over your allergies with you. He'll then prescribe a customized prescription toothpaste that comes in berry or mint. You brush your teeth for 2 minutes a day. It's that simple. Prick your finger, brush your teeth, brush your allergies away. Make your appointment today.
We'll see you next time. Be well.